Good afternoon, everybody, or good morning, or good evening, depending on where you are. You can tell where I am. It's almost 3 o'clock, and I've been sitting in the garden reading a book since 1. It's another nice, warm day, and I ran the few errands that I had to run, so I got up kind of early. 8:30. That's kind of early for a woman who's retired, and I tend to like to stay in bed till at least 9. But I got up, did a few little things that needed doing, got dressed and went into town, ran my errands, and came back. At which point I put on my shorts and a sleeveless top, slathered myself in UV protectant, and just parked myself in the garden again, where I'd been watching the birds fly overhead and looking at the fountain spurt water and reading my book, which I'm trying to figure out if I want to finish or not, because it's a reread, even though it's a really good book by one of my favorite authors. I'm rereading it, and I'm maybe 150 pages away from the end, but I also have 2 new books that I bought from Oxfam that I've not read before. And they're big, chunky hardback books, and I've been dying to read them. So, you know your friend, she's very anal. Do I just stop, considering the fact that I have read this before? Or do I finish it and delay the pleasure of starting one of the new books I bought? Decisions, decisions. I went to the doctor yesterday for a checkup, just for a checkup, and to get them to look at this. Hopefully you could see it. Thing, can you see that? This bump on my thumb? I thought it might be, an insect bite or something. It's been there for about 6 months, but I noticed recently it's gotten bigger, and there's a white bit in the center, like when you get a pimple on your face and the center is white and then you squeeze it and pus comes out. It's not painful, not all the time, but when I try and squeeze it, that is when it's painful. So the doctor told me it's something called, and I'm sure I'm pronouncing it wrong, a myxoid cyst, and it's the result of osteoarthritis in my joints. The fluid in my thumb joint is leaking, and that caused the bump, and there's nowhere for the fluid to go. So I'm like, can you pierce it? And she was explaining to me, yeah, you can do that, but it won't work. It will come back, and it's quite painful. And she told me, if you're really, really brave, you could do what one of my patients did. They pierced it, and then they took a little fruit knife and scraped all the way down to the bottom of the hole, which got rid of it, but it left a really nasty scar. I'm not that desperate. She also told me that sometimes, maybe 30% of the time, they go away on their own. So I'm just going to wait and see if that goes away on its own. Obviously, the fact that it was a lump was concerning to me, so I didn't even bother to check Dr. Google before I went to go see her, because, I thought that would be a bad idea. And the doctor I saw yesterday is a new one. My regular doctor is named Greenwood, and he's a Canadian, and I've had him for 18, 19 years, and I absolutely adore him. But Yesterday he was off, and I really didn't want to put it off anymore, so that's how I met the new doctor, who was a woman, and she was a lovely woman, Dr. Vanderham. And in all the years I've lived over here and, been dealing with the NHS, apart from when I've been in the actual hospital, I've never had a female doctor. And we ended up having a really long talk. She's a very nice woman. So, she gave me good news, and that visit went well. The older I get, the more apprehensive I am about seeing the doctor, even just for routine checkups, because particularly right now, since I've gotten older and with the recent loss of my sister, I tend to worry about what I'm going to be told. Even though if it's bad, I would rather know. I'm one of those people who, if it's really bad, then tell me. So I can marshal all my resources, and gather all my strength together to fight what it is. And that's it. I'm not watching anything in particular. I'm trying to finish Crash Landing on You, which is good, but it's kind of tense. And that's kind of upsetting me a little bit. So I've stopped right in the middle of episode 6 because I'm waiting to find out if the North Koreans are going to find the South Korean woman who was hiding in North Korea. And she didn't plan to end up in North Korea. She was paragliding as a stunt for her cosmetics company, and a storm arose and she crashed on the other side of the border, landing in North Korea. It's a good story. And then there's my usual Chinese, Korean, and Vietnamese crime dramas. And early this morning, I did manage to complete a Thailand horror movie. I like the way they do horror movies, but whoever is doing the translating, they're not very good at it. Luckily, I'm good at, figuring out what is meant when they do the translation from Thai to English in the closed caption bit at the bottom. And that's it. I'm going to sit out here for another hour. When I finish this, I will go in the house and stand in front of the open fridge door for maybe 10 minutes trying to figure out what I want for my dinner tonight. I'm thinking either burgers and salad, cheese bacon burgers, not on a bun, with salad, or just tuna fish and salad, because it is warm. But you know me, I like the heat, so. And Dundee heat is different from heat in Ohio or any other place in America, which is still suffering under a heat dome. So my family and friends in Ohio, my friends in Pittsburgh and Atlanta, I hope you guys are being careful underneath the heat dome and staying safe. And that's it for your girl for now. A special birthday wish. Happy birthday to my friend Adrian in Ohio, who was absolutely, not that everybody wasn't, but Adrian was just really, she was so kind and so sweet to me when I was in Ohio. It meant a lot. So happy birthday, Adrian. I hope the day is as special as you are. If you are having a hard time right now, things will get better. That's all I can say. I can promise you things will get better because they always do. And if you're a believer, I don't care if it's Allah or Buddha or, Lord Ganesh or whatever, prayer always helps. So until I upload my next video, as always, please, please stay safe. Feel free to share this link with your friends, and I'll see you the next time I upload something. Bye for now.